Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, so let's go ahead and jump on over into the Vegeta and Goku EZA. I think that this character should be pretty good. The EZA weakness here is just Wicked Bloodline. Well, okay, remember, it's an LR EZA, so what that means is Wicked Bloodline gives us extra defense, and then in order to actually damage, you need to have the legendary power link activated. So the characters that could actually damage is this right here. So I'm just kind of bringing these characters. Remember that when you jump into one of these EZA events, you can't have multiple characters of the same name. So like we couldn't bring both LR full power freezes, for example, right? Should still be relatively easy here. I don't really think we're going to encounter too many issues. I don't think this is going to be too tough for most players because LR EZAs are quite a bit easier, right? You can just jump in here and use like superhero and stuff like that, right? Like Beast Gohan and some of the really top LRs are kind of good enough to still just decimate some of these kind of like LR EZAs. So not really going to be too much issues, I think. Alright, so let's just kind of go through. There's a lot of content right now in Dokkan. Now, on Global, they just dropped an avalanche of some of the stuff that was missing. I did not expect that they were going to all just drop it basically in one day, but that is pretty much what they did, right? Now, keep in mind, like, Global players, it's, you know, things are going to be moving fast. We're going to go into next week, and it's going to be time for the next Dokkan Fest. So it's like things are going to progressively move pretty quick. We're on a good track, though, because now Global is only missing Jiren, right? And kind of like some of the content with Jiren. So it's like, you know, we get, let's say, the Halloween Dokkan Fest and whatever on that week. And then maybe like November 11th or November 12th or something like that, they drop like Jiren and all that missing content. Then we'd be going into the Heroes content probably somewhere on like November 20th or so, maybe. We'd be going into that day with everything caught up on Global. So like that would be awesome. Still, they could have handled the sync significantly better, but I kind of feel like if we have everything on both versions by the time Heroes comes out, that's going to be, I think, really good. You know, because it's like the data download last night, you know, we had Roshi and Bunny Bulma. We had EZA Videl. We had all the Peppy Gal characters, so the banner with Mai and Kakette, and then the EZAs for Margarita and Kawaii, who will come out next week. I think they come out for Global on the 28th. 28th, yeah. Actually, would that... Do we think the 28th? Is that... Damn, there's no way. Is that when the next Dokkan Fest would be? It can't be. When... I guess I could quickly double check. Let me see when sales end on JP. I guess... all of a sudden, like, very fast in here, I feel like I don't really have... Well, it's not that I don't have much to talk about. I just kind of got myself sidetracked at something different. I want to take a look at when the sales end for JP. That's what I'm kind of curious on. Because it's like, is the 28th when the next Dokkan Fest is going to drop? It could be. It's, you know, sometime between the 28th to the 31st. And I don't know the exact day, but it is going to be one of those days. All right, did they drop celebration info on JP? Hold on, let me just quickly look here real quick. Yeah, right there. That's probably the 29th. That's probably when we're gonna see the next Dokkan Fest banner on both versions. So, just a few more days until the next Dokkan Fest. It's pretty crazy how fast shit is moving these days, right? Because I mean, this is kind of typically the slowest period. I am curious to see what November is going to look like, because they did really, I would say, step it up quite a bit, kind of like in this October, because it's like, they gave us the revamp and the update for, like, the version Z stuff, like all those new free-to-play characters. I guess Daima is happening at the same time, so we did get the Daima units. Now, the Daima units, they are stinkers at the moment, but they're the Daima characters are both only just SSRs, right? So, because of that, it's like they're not really, I guess, particularly good, I would say. Is that fair? Is that fair to say? Like, I wouldn't really necessarily call them good. Like, no, they're terrible. So, I mean, we might see them get not only a Dokkan Awakening, but still get an EZA as well. Alright, so we're going through. Yeah, I mean, I guess the thing about this, like, I do like to use, like, kind of like the intended category and stuff like that. But, I mean, Wicked Bloodline does not have any new juice whatsoever. So, it's like, we're kind of just, like, going to be moving real slow through this. A real slog through some of these EZA stages right here. Yeah, because, like, LR Metal Cooler, I mean, he EZA'd 2 years ago, right? No, it was... Yeah, he did EZA in 2022. I'm pretty sure he did. And in terms of the content I'm going to put up, so I'm going to jump to, you know, we'll immediately after this video, I'm going to go right into the Vegeta and Goku showcase. And then after that, I'll probably do Gohan and Krillin. There are still quite a few characters I do still have to cover, right? Let me just quickly take a glance at this. So, the World Tournament characters, there's several showcases I want to do and can do. Yeah, LRDKP, Android 8, Mighty Mask, Hit, and Grandpa Gohan. JP is going to be getting the World Tournament rewards in a few hours tonight. Like, you know, probably like an hour or two. Well, I think it's usually at 5 a.m. my time. So, probably like 3 hours after this video goes up or something like that, World Tournament rewards should be out for JP. Globals usually is, the Global World Tournament is a bit longer than JP. There is a reason. It's not just because Amatsu's not sitting there smoking a cigar with a top hat on going, how can we fuck Global today? Like, that's not what's going on. That's not what happens. I am... Now, I mean, I've never been told this, so I mean, I can't say that, like, oh, I know for 100%, right? Like, no. Not in this instance. But I'm quite certain that the reason the Global World Tournament is longer than JP, and the reason why it's stayed longer than JP even after the sync, right, where we see the major content does drop at the exact same time of both versions, exactly what we wanted. Oh, beautiful, dude, we get to see this. Oh, that's so fire. I love, dude, LR Metal Cooler. You know, I like, when he came out, I didn't think he was good enough. But, I mean, he certainly is very saucy. Right? Like, that's fair, right? Like, when you want to talk about aura, Metal Cooler has got that, dude. Like, his revive animation, it's like, it's not like anything, like, super crazy where it's like some massive power-up. You know, like, Evolution Blue Vegeta, like, explodes out of the rock and powers up, and his aura explodes and stuff like that. But, like, Metal Cooler, dude, he has, like, the best revive animation, man. Like, he just walks up and is talking that shit. I love it. I love it. Metal Cooler's revive. Like, if I did a top 10 favorite animations in the game, Metal Cooler's revive, I might have it in there. Favorite animations in the game and Metal Cooler's revive being in there? It might be. It might be. I think, like, 9th anniversary Blue Gogeta's active. That would be in there as well. Okay, damn. Whoa, Final Form Cooler. Oh, my God. Dude. Great question. Dude, look how low these numbers are. It's power creep is insane. Like, look at Cooler. Hey, boy. God damn. Cooler. What the hell? 2? 2? Huh? No way. All right. Anyway. Yeah, oh, back to the point. I got sidetracked. Pretty sure the reason why Global World Tournament is still longer is because the JP World Tournament and the JP version of Dokkan is meant for literally just Japanese players in Japan. That's it. The global version is meant for the whole world. Everyone around the world, right? Like, that's the point. So because of that, it's like, there's not, like, a time zone they can release something that's fair to all time zones, right? Like, there could be a player in Hawaii, a player in, you know, Germany, you know, a player in Brazil, like there's Spain, like, there's players everywhere, right, playing Global Dokkan. So, because of that, they can't drop something at a good time for all time zones. So that's why I think that they have it like the Global World Tournament starts a little bit sooner and then ends a bit later, right? And that's because they want to make it a little bit more fair that, you know, as many players as possible can get like the proper, I guess, fair amount of grinding time in. Yeah, I'm quite certain that's the reason why, but I would say I don't know that 100% for sure. I'm just pretty sure. I'm like 99% sure. Yeah. 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 Oh, time for this again. Yeah, the melee nullification. So nowadays, like, remember the Metal Cooler boss, he just healed, the Red Zone Metal Cooler? Nowadays, the bastard would be immune to melee supers, you know? Like, if they dropped another Metal Cooler Red Zone stage nowadays, he would be immune to melee supers. Y'all know that, right? Like, oh my god. Be yet another one of those, just like the Gogeta and the Kid Buu. I kind of like those fights. I do like when they give these fights, like, a lot of, you know, specific gimmicks, and, you know, we have a lot of fights that are kind of, like, similar difficulty. Oh, yeah, speaking of, did it drop already, the Bulma fight for Global? I think it did, right? I bet if I open Twitter, I could probably see some players complaining about the Bulma fight. I'm pretty sure it's up already. It might drop in like an hour or something like that. Let's see. Oh, yeah, the Bulma event drops actually. Oh, whoops. That auto's still on. I mean, there's no way we're going to die, right? I mean, that's how this. Yeah, we're fine. He's not cooking us. Nah, no way. Oh, Vegeta, don't you dare punish me just for having auto for 2 seconds. Oh, we're fine. Yeah. Not a problem. Pretty easy to just get characters easy, right? Why am I running Frieza, or Mecha Frieza and King Cold? I don't know. Just to use them, I guess. I don't know. Not really any particularly big-time reason. They're pretty ass. They're terrible, yeah. Most older characters are nowadays, though. Like, a lot of characters, they're just not really, like, on... I mean, I just think that power creep constantly exploding like crazy is just not a good idea. Like, no way, right? It really shouldn't be constantly just spamming huge power creep, making characters just completely dead. I do wish that Dokkan would be a little bit more subtle about it. 2023 was certainly, you know, the worst modern year of Dokkan, but it was a nice kind of like companion year to 2022 in that it didn't feel like once Vegeta and Trunks dropped, it's not like a lot of characters in 2023 were like 1,000 times better than Vegeta and Trunks. Like, a lot of 2023 characters were better, but it wasn't like Vegeta and Trunks were just like completely like, you know, oh my god, like inconceivable to even use them or something like that. Whereas, like, that's what's happened this year. Like, 2023 characters have no value whatsoever, basically. Most of them. Which really is just pretty nuts, right? Alright, so here's our last stage again. Yo, I got sidetracked too. I was talking about all the different showcases for characters coming out. But yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of showcases over the next couple of days. I do want to give each of the, you know, the Saiyan Saga free-to-play characters their individual video. They're not the craziest, but I mean, they certainly are kind of fun, right? I think it's good for them to kind of give like a nice little free-to-play team. Like, the whole point of that Saiyan Saga stuff was just to kind of like make it a little bit easier for new players to come into the game, which I definitely think is a good idea. Here's Goku. Pretty uncommon, by the way, to see this Goku in my experience using this character throughout the years. Like, even still, it's one of those things, like, I saw so many people upset about that Goku, like, he could have been better, and while I do agree, I think the main value in this character, the Vegeta and Goku, it's still it's the Team Protector mechanic ability, the revive. I don't like that's why I don't like the idea of a revive transformation. I hate that shit. Because it's like, you don't like, the best way to use that character would be use the revive when you need it. Like, they gave Vegeta the best revive condition in the game. Vegeta has the best revive condition in Dokkan. And it's like, you know, taking advantage of that and just how monstrous of a team protector mechanic it is. That's where the major value of the character is going to come in. But I mean, yeah, they still could have made Goku quite a bit stronger for sure, right? And Goku, by the way, has really good looking animations that you never get to see. Like, I would be like almost damn near okay with them like reusing this guy's animations, man. You know, it's just, I feel like it's so tough to see them because the Goku animations, that's from like that very first episode when Goku and Frieza first start fighting. They do look really good. It's so funny that celebration, right? Like the part 2 LRs were like the characters that came out, they were like, you know, way before the part 1 LRs were in terms of like the story and stuff like that, right? Because like Full Power Frieza and Namek Goku are obviously as Namek is exploding, and then it's just like, you know, the Krillin and Gohan and like this Vegeta and Goku. I mean, they're from way earlier in the arc, right? All right, so we'll wrap this up. Get Vegeta and Goku on out of here. Metal Cooler. We'll see. We'll see when that Metal Cooler fight where he's nullifying melee supers is going to come. They love doing those, man. And, I mean, we're going to get GT Red Zone Boss Rush at some point. I kind of think GT might have a very heavy hand in 10th Anniversary. Because I feel like they're going to want to set up, what's his name? LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. They're going to want to set him up to be in a good position. So I think that they could drop him and then have like GT be a big part of it. And remember, we had movie Red Zone Boss Rush 9th Anniversary. And I guess GT Red Zone Boss Rush 10th Anniversary. I mean, that does really make a lot of sense to me. Alright, Full Power Frieza will finish Goku off right here. 50 additional normals from Metal Cooler. Oh, the fun part is we could, you know, we have like the stats now that we could just check. Like, oh, additional normal, additional normal, additional normal. Then we could, you know, we could double check that. One day I'm going to have a hilarious screenshot for one of these characters. 15 normals and, you know, 3 supers or something like that. Those are the LR STR Final Form Cooler stats, right? Yeah. All right, so there we go. Vegeta and Goku. We'll go ahead and jump right into the showcase. See how effective of an EZA the Vegeta and Goku are.